Chris Lorenzo Webster. Vote for the 3.
I'm fired up, and we're on the move. Island Harbor, get on up. Thank you very much. You know, I'm here and it's getting late, but the doctor's in the house. And if we win this thing, the doctor's in the House of Assembly. Welcome one and all, and good evening, Island Harbor. Good evening, District 1. My fellow Anguillians, residents of District 1. It is with great pride and humility that I stand before you as the representative for the Anguilla United Movement to represent District 1 in the upcoming election in 2015. I want to thank my brother Sam for his patriotism, for standing down when he was at the peak of his political career, for welcoming me with open arms and saying, you know, your country needs you, as Christy said, and the country needs me now. And we have stood together. We have overcome many adversities in this country. Some due to natural disasters, some due to the global downturn in the economy, some due to, as you heard earlier from my colleagues, due to internal forces which did not have our best interests at heart, some due to external forces that we allowed in our country that did not care about us. But we came through and we survived. I'm proud to stand here tonight and say that we have overcome. And I want to answer the question that was recently asked. Yes, we are better off now than we were 4 years ago. So keep on asking the question. Answer it for yourself. We are better off now. And with the Anguilla United Movement, we will continue to progress in this Anguilla in this coming 5 years. And we will continue to move forward. Yes, the large negative balance in the Treasury has been overcome through responsible leadership and prudent fiscal control. Yes, all the civil servants were retained when over 360 of them were told that they needed to be sent home. Yes, the sinking economy inherited from the Anguilla United Front has been stabilized through tough but necessary measures. And yes, as you've heard, there are projects ongoing. And so again, I answer, yes, we are better off than we were 4 years ago, and we will continue with your help to move Anguilla forward. The progress that we need is now. And I say to you, residents of District 1, I ask you for your support. Thank you very much. Now, my greatest asset in life is my heritage. I was born in Island Harbor. I grew up in Island Harbor. And I went to school here. My foundation is here. The skills that I have learned and the qualities I have developed are from here. Breed, you said it correct. I am from here. I recall the courage, the loyalty, the dedication, the determination of all men and women who in the 1960s stood together during the revolution, even when the chips were stacked against them and rallied against superior forces. I remember the father of our nation, Mr. James Ronald Webster, stating, "Stout hearts can build a nation. And if this island must go down for a just cause, then I'm prepared to go with it." And so I heard the call. As Chrissy said earlier, my country needs me, and my country needs me now. And so I'm here, heeding that call. Because when destiny calls and it knocks on your door, you don't open a window. You let it in. And these words left an indelible mark on my psyche and have guided me throughout my career and through my life. The former First Lady in the United States, Hillary Rodham Clinton, wrote, "It takes a village to raise a child." This is my village. I was raised by you. I am you. You fed me when I was hungry. You lifted me up when I was down. You taught me. You educated me. You mentored me. Yes, you even chastised me when I did wrong, but yet you love me. And everything that I own, everything that I am, I owe to you. And thank you very much. And I hope that I can make you proud of me. Thank you very much. We're still fired up and we're on the move. You know, my uncles and my mother taught me how to sew fishing nets from the time I was 5 years old. And that helped me as a surgeon to be able to tie knots, and it made me a better surgeon. My cousin Stanley and my father taught me how to fish. And that taught me patience. It taught me perseverance. And these attributes have made me a better person. These hands you see that work in ear, nose, and throat surgery, these are fishermen's hands. And when I take the mantle from my brother's hands, it just makes me feel stronger, because you know, two of us are better than one. And we will continue to do it. And 7 is the round number. I guess you didn't know that. Thank you very much. These are my colleagues. These are my young, energetic, passionate, vibrant, and sometimes a little over-exuberant friends, but we got to take Anguilla to the next level. Thank you. You know, I used to sail boats on this pond when it was flooded. And last week I thought we had returned back to those days. I used to play cricket on this field. Thank you. And this field is where we started the Ellis Webster Village League Cricket Tournament back in 1981 when I returned from Trinidad at 18 years old. And we developed some of Anguilla's best cricketers, like my cousin Lanville Harrigan, Clarence Fleming, Cleve Webster, Sam Webster, and even Cephas Webster, Michael Smith. I still remember when we bowled out blowing point for 9 runs. And so that is the power that we started way back then. Some of these cricketers have had national, regional, and international acclaim. And so when the guy down in District 7 says that he developed Lanville Harrigan, that is untrue. Now, I worked at the government dental clinic from the age of 18 and provided dental care to many of you. Some of you still boast that you have fillings in your mouth that I did back then. So you know me, and I know you. And those of the young people among you that says you don't know me, I'll get to know you. And I promise I'm going to find you. And I will listen to you. And I will act upon what you tell me. And that's because I want to be your representative. I want to be your voice. I want to invest in your future. I want to make you better. And I want to give you hope and opportunity. This is for the young people of Island Harbor, of District 1, and of Anguilla. And as you can see, I have a strong team with me, and we are going to do it. We're going to move Anguilla forward, and we're going to engage the youth. You know, this field, this basketball court today was a hub of activity. We had two professional basketball players from the United States who are here teaching students and kids how to play basketball and motivating them. And they're sitting in a car over there, I'm sure, because I saw them hiding out earlier. They were afraid that they might get attacked by you guys. You know, I've been away and studied, practiced medicine. I've been gaining experience. I've been networking. I've been raising a family. But now I have come back to give back. And that is all that our country asks of us. Our country needs us. And I have heeded the call, and I am back. I'm back to give back. Thank you. And yes, I am sacrificing my ear, nose, and throat practice in Florida. I am giving up a chance to become rich. Yes, I will be away from my wife and my family. And yes, I will renounce my United States citizenship. But these sacrifices pale in comparison to our forefathers who risked life and limb and prison and even death so that they could move Anguilla into a new stage of self-determination and progress. So the sacrifice I'm making is not much compared to what they did for us. I have been back. Well, I came back all the time, but I started my practice here in Anguilla at the Mason Complex over 4 years ago. And while practicing in our hospital and in the community, I realized that there are weaknesses in our healthcare system. Our hospital lacks the ability and the expertise to adequately take care of us in 2014. Our people have to travel overseas at great cost for medical and surgical care, which should be basic and routine. And we're going to change that. I have met many students who graduate from high school with excellent credentials, and they have not been able to go off to college or even get a job. That is unacceptable, and we're going to change that. I am concerned about the plight of our youth who are resorting to drugs and gangs and escalating to violent crimes because they lack hope and opportunity. We must give the youth a chance, and we're going to do that. And so you ask, why the sacrifice? And why now? Some people wanted me to wait until 2020. I'll answer like Chrissy said. The country needs you, and the country needs you now. So I'm here tonight. I am seeking your vote, your support, because your vote for me continues to move Anguilla forward, continue to build upon what the Anguilla United movement for the past 4 years has done, has moved Anguilla from a deficit into a surplus, has kept all the civil servants, has continued to build on projects and construction and tourism. And these are things that we will continue to do on your behalf, so that all Anguillians can prosper, so that all the small ships can rise, not just a select few, as you've heard earlier. The doctor is in the house. Thank you, Mick Webster, for that slogan. You know, District 1 has not benefited from the progress which other districts boast about. I left 30 years ago. This ball field looks the same as it did back then, except for this basketball court on which I stand. The Island Harbor Primary School, yes, it has changed its name, which has graduated many stalwart Anguillians, including myself, still looks the same and would be worse if not for the efforts of Sam Webster. And he is not even our elected representative. Our beach, which hosted Festival Del Mar a few weeks ago, turned it into a sea of people and economic activity for 2 days, now looks the same as it did when I left 30 years ago, except for the boat ramp, which was privately built, and it has a public toilet. Why didn't we benefit from the economic boom which the former government boasted that they had? Why didn't we benefit from the hundreds of millions of dollars which they stated passed through this economy? Why isn't there a more sophisticated monitoring and safety program for our fishermen who toil daily and go out in these rough waters to make a living for their families and to keep this economy going?